Izuma Buccaneer, welcome to it. We are live with inside the Bucs Chats. Another victory, another 3 points, getting closer to the summit of the table. Although it was not an impressive victory today, but we still managed to get our 3 points and pile the pressure on Mamelodi Sundowns ahead of our game. I'd like to ask my friend here who's joining me to give me an analysis of the game, how the boys were able to get the victory even on the verge of a draw, but we still managed to win. So what did you think of today's game?
No, I think this is one of the most boring derby we've ever had. I think coming to Pirates, we played the first half. We played like we didn't warm up. We played like we just met today. We didn't play to our standard because I think Chiefs was not so dangerous, was not threatening us so much, but we couldn't combine in terms of passing, long balls. Today at all, nothing was going to our way. Just happy for 3 points today, but all in all the tactics, I don't think they were spot on today. But hopefully, since we got a 3 point, it's important to go and fix the mistake we had. But today we had a very poor game, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned our standard because I also think we didn't play to our standard. Our boys didn't really seem to be into the game a lot. They made a lot of mistakes. They didn't threaten the Kaizer Chiefs defense enough. Hence, we only saw us getting the result in the last minute because we didn't really threaten the goalkeeper. I feel like we could have tested the goalkeeper more, but then is it a question of us not having depth in the wings? Because we saw Nkota being substituted, Hotana Dlamini, who's also a midfielder, and since he came in, there was really nothing on the right for us to threaten the Kaizer Chiefs defense until Otto was pushed to the right wing. Is it a matter of us lacking depth, or our boys just didn't really commit into the game today?
No, I think the sub of Dlamini in the first place for substituting Nkota, it was wrong because Pirates is a team that are attacking with both left and right. So after the introduction of Dlamini playing him wide side, it didn't do us any justice because we couldn't play in the middle field. To be honest, if you can look at Kaizer Chiefs fullbacks, they were just staying waiting for us. So we needed someone like Pace to take them on. The way that Mfuken did now in the last minutes, that's what we should have done the entire 90 minutes because they're just waiting for us to attack. I think we played Dlamini at the wrong position today because I think after he came to inside in the midfield, that's where we're starting to have a live wire in the midfield. I think it's something that we should have done it long time ago. So sometimes I think coach should be brave enough because to make a good decision when coming to substituting because it was a very good sub, but he subbed the wrong person. He should have by halftime he should have subbed. I think Mbata. He was not on the game today at all, so he didn't give us anything. But today, I'm just happy for 3 points, nothing else.
Yeah, and then we saw with the substitution of Makopa as well as Mako when Otto had to move wide, we started playing a lot, creating a lot of opportunities. I think the coach should have actually done that a lot earlier because we saw a lot of beautiful runs from Makopa. We usually criticize his work rate, saying he only helps out in defense, but in terms of attack, we don't really see much. But today we saw him keeping the Kaizer Chiefs defense restless. So I'd like to believe that after today's game, we should question less why the coach uses Makopa in big games because we saw how he was able to absorb all the pressure. He really came in and wanted to prove that he deserves a spot in the Pirates team. And with the runs he made alongside Otto, we started playing very well. So is it a matter of Pirates being brave to introduce midfielder for midfielder instead of just playing makeshift players? And then the likes of Mbata, does he need to rest? As we've seen him, it's been a lot of games where he hasn't really performed. Should we rest him ahead of our next game so that we can be able to get him in the right space of mind, or are we just going to continue with him hoping that he'll get better with time?
No, I think the introduction of I can't really blame Mabasa or for what he contributed to the game. I think he was left isolated here. the introduction of Mahopa, it was good, and then I'm happy with his runs today. It came at the right time where we started to play, where we can start shifting the defense around. But in terms of Mbata, I think a big decision should be made because it's been letting us a big time. So we don't have to wait to lose the game without substituting him, because to be honest, it's been letting us down in many games, I think, from start of the season.
Yeah, the performance was really underwhelming. But moving on to our next game, we are playing Sekhukhune before the possibly title-defining game against Mamelodi Sundowns, who are the defending champions. What are your expectations in those two games? How do we go about those games and making sure that we keep our players fit, we don't have injuries, and then we also don't get unnecessary cautions like we did today? We really played very well. We didn't get unnecessary cautions, and we saw the likes of Tito, who's been getting a lot of yellow cards for unsportsmanlike behavior, but today he came and he tried to play to his best, and we saw, yeah, it worked for us. So ahead of the two games, what should we expect?
No, I think the two games that are coming now, we should just play a Pirates way. Stop looking who are we playing against, because that's one of the things that really letting us down, because like game today we just changed the tactics out of nowhere. Then the time we get back to our tactics, that's where we started playing. So it's important to stick our very own way, to play our own normal football, attacking left, right and center. So, and stop attacking with the long balls. I think we stand a good chance to win the two coming games, if ever our mind and our energy level is at the right level, because I think today we just let ourselves down because we try to play something that we really don't know. So, but let's move on to game as Kukuni. Hopefully we're going to get 3 points.
Yeah, I also believe the next two games we're going to win, and the performance will be much better than today's performance. So, Buccaneer are taking victory, are celebrating, but not forgetting the importance of the next games. We really going to have to put ourselves out there, make sure that we are not showing any signs of fear. We are fearless when we play against, especially Sundowns. As we've seen from the past, we gave them a lot of respect, but this coming weekend, I believe that we're going to play really well.